Welcome to CEO Insights. I'm Marilyn de Guzman with INN. I'm speaking with Allan Frame, President and CEO of Beyond Lithium. Hi, Allan.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, good to have you here. So, I guess we can start our conversation with just, talking about some of the highlights of last year, some of your accomplishments and milestones in 2023.
Yeah, thanks for that question. That's a loaded one. I've got lots of answers to that. So we basically decided we'd be in the lithium exploration business in March of 2023. After that, we put together a geological team. We acquired 150,000 hectares of property from two well-known prospectors in Ontario. These two individuals have spent over 4,000 hours of research and spent over $400,000 of their own money acquiring these claims, which we thought were pretty good. So we made a decision to take them all on, sort of that, well, go big or go home type of thing. It gave us a bunch of exposure in some areas we thought were pretty prospective. As I said, we formed our geological team. We raised $1.4 million in flow-through, and we had 61 properties that we had, basically categorized 150,000 hectares. Of those, we looked at 50 this year, which was remarkable. It's an awful lot of territory to cover. The other ones we didn't look at, it was because of forest fires in the area. We couldn't get air support. Therefore, we had no way of accessing them. So those are sort of brand new projects for this year, which should have been last year, but weren't. So of the 50 properties we looked at, 18 of them made the cut. We're very happy with what we saw. We got enough geological information and sampling and mapping to make us want to pursue those 18 properties even more vigorously in 2024.
So, I think when we're talking about recent news, you've recently released some results from your Ear Falls project. Do you want to give us sort of an overview of that project and what makes it a compelling?
Yes, we're pretty excited about that particular property. There's actually 3 properties that are a little bit above average, that being one of them. So when we first discovered the property, we found spodumene crystals right at surface, which is always, very good to see. So from there, we did some trenching. We got samples over 5% lithium. So we're pretty excited about the whole project. We decided we would advance it even more than the others by doing a drill program. We used a Winky rig to do the drilling, and it's very significantly different from a diamond drill. Firstly, the core is quite a bit smaller, and the extent you can drill with a Winky is quite a bit shorter. So we were lucky to get 60-meter holes. You would think, a lot of the discoveries are 300-400 meters deep. So this drill program was never designed to compete with the diamond drill program, but it was designed to give us additional information which would allow us to make decisions in 2024 as to exactly what we should do with that particular property. What we learned from that Winky program, which we like to call the teaser program, because it's different, as I said. What we learned was that the background lithium in the sediments and in the country rock was 0.2, which is quite high, was much higher than what our results of the spodumene-bearing sections would have indicated. And what that tells me, and what that should tell everybody, is that there's a way bigger host than the one we drilled through. But remember, the Winky rig is not designed to give you all results. It's designed to give you enough information to make a logical decision on what to do next. So because of that, we're convinced that either at depth or laterally, there's a much bigger system. And that's got us very excited for 2024. So in December, we applied for a diamond drill permit for that program and for the Victory project as well. Once we receive those, that will allow us to do some actual drilling in 2024, deeper drilling. In the meantime, we'll have the opportunity to look a little harder at the Ear Falls and Victory, because unknown to a lot of people, the Ear Falls has a 13-kilometer strike length and Victory has a 6-kilometer strike length. We have only explored less than 1% of each of those properties. So the chances that we just randomly hit the best spot are actually, I think, really, really low. In spite of that, they're really, really good. So we're anxiously awaiting the permits and the ability to go back in there, weather permitting, so that we can work harder and more diligently on those properties, especially Ear Falls. But Victory is equal as, if not better.
So talk about Victory. Could you provide some sort of an overview of that Victory project for
Yes, the Victory project is near the Trans-Canada Highway, actually quite close. We've got excellent infrastructure, as we do with Deer Falls. And what happened there was upon additional prospecting, we found 2 areas there that had spodumene as well, and they were even a higher percentage than Deer Falls. However, another thing that people have to understand is we got Victory at the end of the season. So why didn't we do some winky drilling on Victory? Well, because the clock ran out on us. The time expired for the season. And we could only have done a winky drill. You see, these winky drills create less disturbance, so you can get those permits easier than diamond drilling. At any rate, we just simply had no time, but we're very excited about it. Highly prospective. When you have spodumene as your indicators, you're looking pretty good. So that has a real high priority for us as well. And then there's a third one where we discovered a pluton this year, and a new pluton, allowing us to be able to find like the center point of any minerals distribution. So we've explored from that center of the pluton on Cosgrave till we got to the area where we were finding lithium, and then the season ran out there too. So those 3 projects are kind of head and shoulders above the others, but we do have 18 of them. It's just those 3 we kind of got lucky earlier, I guess you could say. But we have very high hopes for all 18 of the ones that we're moving forward with.
So looking into 2024, what is the plan for the year for the company?
Well, firstly, we've just recently had meetings to determine, which projects we like the best, as I've been describing already. And now in the next few short days, we'll work out a budget for exploration for 2024. So for what I see for 2024, we've obviously got 3 projects that kind of stand out more than the others, although they all look pretty good. But we're pursuing joint ventures because I don't think we can reasonably assume to do, the exploration that these projects now warrant on our own. So we now have a database, which we didn't have before, but of course 2023 was creating the database, through the work we've done. It's pretty much finished now, and we're talking with several different companies about potential joint ventures, which would be good for us because we'd still have exposure for shareholders in the projects that we JV. In the meantime, you could get a carry, you could get some cash, or you could get some shares in these companies. So one way or the other, the shareholders still have exposure to more than the limited amount of plays that one small company like us could probably reasonably properly explore in 24. So there's a whole myriad of different things there, and we're pretty excited about all of them. We've got a great team. Everybody's anxious to get back in the field. I'm pretty impressed with the results. Considering we started in March, I think we had a heck of a year. The flow-through money we raised, we spent it all really well. And I'm excited for the company and for all our shareholders and going into 2024.
So you're at VRIC Vancouver. What's the key message you want the attendees to know about your company?
Well, we have a new motto, you see, and the new motto is much more in 24. So we're going to go out there to the best of our ability and explore as much as we can and try to deliver positive results for shareholders. And I look forward to an interesting and exciting year, and hopefully all our shareholders will reap the benefits.
That's a great motto. Thank you very much, Allan, for joining me today.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it on behalf of the company. Thank you.
And thanks everyone for watching. Join us again next time for another engaging conversation on CEO Insight. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates and interviews. See you next time.